Hey guys, it is me. This is not the way I was expecting to do this Facebook Live because typically, I'm in a quiet space and instead I'm in the middle of Manhattan, but for the most beautiful reason. I am, and I just met my nephew James, and he was born yesterday, and so I came to be with my brother. And I'm just so grateful. Diana, oh my God, girl, hi. I'm on the streets of New York City, so I have my headphones in because I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Typically, I'm in a lot. It's generally quiet, and unfortunately, I just came from the hospital and where I was with my brother and met my nephew James. And he's 7 pounds and 5 ounces, and he's just love, just absolute love, and it's amazing. So it's a little overcast here today, so I'm actually in a sweater. I just brought shorts and packed super fast, and I'm like, okay, it's freezing. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. So I'm really enjoying being with you guys on these Thursday mornings. I'm really liking it. I love really beginning the day. For some of you, it's crazy early. And for others of you, we're just getting started with your day. So Valerie, what's up? Jean, it's so good to see you. Linda, girl, it's reminding me of when we had our time together. So we'll just wait for the plane here. I found this little quiet stoop, but not going to hold out too much. So can everybody hear? It is such a blessing. And I feel really blessed, and so my heart is really full, which is amazing and one of the best things ever. Thank you so much, Kathy. So guys, we are going to get into how to ideally get out of your own way, how to really be into action. And this is really one of the things that I'm a master at, and I really impart on my clients. It's about how to have massive change in a short period of time. Anybody that's coached with me, Trudy, oh, hello, my love, my long lost love. I love Trudy so much. Oh my God. You look like you're enjoying life to the nines. Trudy, I have a nephew, little boy named James. So what I really want to talk to you guys about is how to get out of your own way, because this is something that I receive endless emails about. I get DMs, I get messages all the time of, I want this so badly. I know everything to do, and I'm just not doing it. I really want to lose weight, and I just can't seem to get into action. Thanks for the hearts, guys. I was in a really good rhythm with working out, and now I seem to, I ended up getting sick, or I went on vacation, and I just can't seem to get back at it. But it's something I've been wanting to lose this weight for decades, and I'm so sick of struggling, and I'm sick of my own story. But here I am, and I receive so many emails each day, and I can feel the pain, and I get it. I so get it. And I know that you're in a space of wanting to change. So what I really wanted to do was just share with you a few things that I found that I share with my clients, because those of you that have coached with me know that your lives look dramatically different by the time we're done. And it's not just your relationship with yourself, or your relationship with food, or your relationship with your body. It's your relationship to life. It's your relationship to other people. It's having more joy in your life. It's using your voice. It's feeling happier, more joyous, stronger, more fit. Actually knowing who you are. Guys, these are all pivotal pieces. So I know the focus is always on, I just want to get this weight off. And when I get this weight off, then I'll have the confidence. And then I'll start living the life. And then I'll start doing this and doing that and saying this. And that actually doesn't work that way. You have to start living the life to get the body. I'm going to repeat that, and I want you to write down. You have to start living your life to get the body. What's up, Dawn? Oh, and do I say Jitka? Is that right? Do you pronounce the J? What a beautiful name. It's so nice to see you here. All right, I want to make sure I'm getting everybody on. All right, so, okay, I just changed the view. So that's my view right now. I'm going to change it right back. Okay, now you get to see me. So I want you to really, really think about, and I'm sorry this angle is a bit off, and I would definitely like to be doing this a different way, but again, outside of the hospital here. So I really want you to think about, and I did this exercise with my clients in our Weight Loss for Life program, and it's really powerful, and I just want to share it with you. You have to get clear on what your excuses are and the stories that you're creating around why you can't have what you want. So really, really this is step one, is getting clear on the excuses. See, most of the time I find, and I found this with myself a lot, because I wasn't living the life, I wasn't stepping into the vision that I knew was what I wanted for myself. I felt like I was living a life that wasn't really the life that I was meant to be living. I felt like I knew that I was operating at 10% of what I was really capable of, and it felt like crap, right? And now from the outside, other people were looking at my life thinking, no, and for others, what I was doing might have been them living at 100%. But for me, it wasn't, right? And if you follow me, then you are ambitious. You have goals, you have desires, and you want things for yourself. And it isn't just, I just want to lose this weight. You want amazing love, and you want passion, and you want a career that feels good, and you want to feel like you have a purpose, and you want to express yourself, and you want to use your voice, and you want to truly believe that you're enough, and you want to know in your heart, and you want to have confidence, and you want to feel sexy, and you want to walk around naked, and you want all of these things. And there is nothing that you're desiring that is too much or that's not meant for you. The only thing that's happening is that your desires are existing and you're not allowing them. And the fear of them, because they feel too big, they feel like too much, or they just feel too big, is stifling you, and it's causing you to turn towards food instead of taking action towards them. So what I want to encourage you to do is, step one to this is get clear on your excuses and your stories, because you might think that they're about your weight, but what you're going to find is your weight is a symptom. It is only a symptom of areas in your life where you aren't allowing yourself to be seen, to be heard, to be felt. There is fear in healing. There is fear in standing still. There is fear in saying, wait, that's what I really want? Okay. And the truth is, guys, you have one life. So what are we afraid of? What's the worst that's going to happen? Honestly, what, you fail? Okay. Honestly, does failing really hurt? No. What hurts is you overeating and staying stuck. What hurts is you not allowing yourself to have the dreams that are truly inside you. That's what's painful. It's not painful. It's more painful to overeat and to stay stuck and to binge and to beat yourself up and live into that cycle than it is to actually try something and have it not work out. Yeah, heartbreak can hurt first, but aren't you glad that you tried? That you put it out there? It feels so much better than living in regret. So I know you might be sitting here listening and going, wow, okay, I just want some steps so I can stop overthinking and start doing. And the initial step is really getting clear on the excuses and the stories that you're allowing yourself to live into. And then on the flip side, to write one action step to combat, to actually take you from living into that fear to put you into an action towards your dream. And when I'm saying dreams, guys, your dream might be, I just want to feel healthy. I want energy. I want to feel proud of my body. I'm sick of weight loss being my goal. Great. So what's stopping you? What's stopping you? What are the excuses that you're permitting? What are the limitations that you're allowing? Because that is what is causing you more pain than you actually eating when you're hungry and stopping when you're full. Does that all make sense? Is everybody resonating with what I'm saying? Okay? So write down your excuses and what action steps can you take. This is something I want you to actually do, and I want you to start doing, taking the actions. So step 2 to this, the way to stop overthinking is to actually not allow yourself to overthink, to catch yourself in the act. What stops us from actually taking action is overthinking, right? Overanalysis leads us into paralysis, right? No good comes from overthinking, right? What does, Robert Holden, I love what he says. He says, if you think long, you think wrong. If you think long, you think wrong. He has a great book called, what is it? Shift Happens. Shift Happens. It's a great book. And what you find is when you think long, you think wrong, you will out-talk yourself. You will overthink yourself out of positive actions. How many times have you wanted to do something that you know would benefit you? You know what, I should just go for that run. Ooh, but if I go, then I might be 10 minutes late for this, and then this will happen. Then all of a sudden you talk yourself out of the run, and then the person you're supposed to meet is 10 minutes late because they went on the run. How many times have you overthought weight loss and made it really complicated and created a plan for the plan? And no, I need to get all my food ready, and I need to do this, and oh my God, this is so overwhelming, and food prep, and who has the time to food prep? And then you end up eating like crap, not prepping for the week, and feeling bad about yourself. And you talk yourself out of it because you say it's going to take too much time. There is never a wrong time to take care of you. Write that down. There is never a wrong time to take care of you. Taking care of you will always benefit you. It's when you stop doing for you, that you turn to food. See, if you're here and you've been struggling and you've been going from diet to diet to diet to diet, then dieting is your way of life. That is your comfort zone. That is your marker for your comfort zone. The actual diet, the weight loss, the eating healthy is a temporary thing for you. And you mentally have taught yourself that eating healthy and choosing those foods would only be a temporary, hello, isn't that nice to hear? Would only be a temporary thing for you. It's when you make it a lifestyle, when you get out of overthinking and just start doing, that these become your habits. Right? I shared with my with our Weight Loss for Life group, I was saying it was fascinating because I went to dinner with my parents this week, and the bread basket comes and I don't even flinch. It's not even a thought. I don't get me wrong. Who doesn't like bread? It's warm dough. I mean, let's be honest. Warm dough and you put some butter on it. I mean, of course it's wonderful. But I trained myself. I got into the habit when I chose to be done with dieting of recognizing that I want to feel good after my meal. And I'd rather get full from a beautiful dinner than from a bread basket that has absolutely no nutritional value for me whatsoever. And that my only true desire ever when I really wanted that bread basket was some emotional need that hadn't been met. And when I learned that that emotional need was a comfort, a desire to feel overly full because I didn't want to feel. And when I learned how to feel, which is what I teach, and that it's healing, and that feeling's living, and we want to feel, we don't want to be numb, that I really trained myself that I don't want the bread basket. I want to be present to the people. That eating is about being present to the people, to the experience, to taking in my food slow, to being the last person eating, to being in a space of full presence with myself and with my body, and to be grateful for this beautiful dinner that's about to be put in front of me. That's what I want to wait to be hungry for. I don't want to fill up on bread and butter. So I sat there and I shared with my clients, I said, it's fascinating to me that it's now just a habit. I don't even reach for it. In fact, I don't even really want it. But I also know that I could train myself out of that. That I could start eating the bread basket and start questioning myself and overthinking it and going, Melissa, you could have the bread basket. You're in such a great habit with it that you don't even want the bread basket. So of course you can have it. Of course I could talk myself into that. And you know what? I would then create a habit where I start eating the bread at the dinner table again. See, we all create the habits of who we want to live into and of what we want for ourselves. And it's up to you to choose. And the best way to actually start to create these healthy habits is by just doing, not overthinking. I always encourage my clients and anybody that asks me about how to create a healthy habit and pattern around getting up early to work out, and I say, do it before your mind catches up with you. Do it before you can talk yourself out of it. People think I'm nuts. I'm up at 4:45 in the morning, 5 a.m., right? I mean, it depends, 4:45, 5. And you want to know why? Because honestly, I cannot talk myself out of it. I just do it. And honestly, by 7 o'clock, when I'm done my workout, or 6 or whatever time, depending on what I'm doing, by 7, 8, I like forgot I even worked out. I don't even remember that I would just fully did this amazing workout for myself. No matter what it is, whether it's a morning hike, whether it's boxing, whether it's CrossFit, whether it's yoga, right? Usually dance classes aren't at 5 in the morning. But my dance classes I do later. But other things, I don't even remember that I did it. But I'm so proud of myself before most people have even gotten up in the morning. I've done this massive thing for myself. And I'm so proud. And you know what that massive thing does? It propels me to do another wonderful thing for myself, which is eating foods that feel really good, which is thinking positive thoughts, drinking water, being with myself, going to bed early that next night because I want to wake up and I want to do it all over again. The path to feeling good never feels bad were the last words that I left with my clients last night, and I want to leave them with you. When you do good for you, you do good things. When you don't take care of you, when you do, and I hate using, I don't want to say bad, when you do things that don't feel good, you will continue to attract in and to do things that do not feel good. You will notice that you will gossip about people. This will impact every area of your life. You eating dead foods, I call them dead foods, foods that live in cabinets, foods that live in bags, food that live in boxes, foods that have no expiration date, right? When you eat foods that aren't whole, that are laden with sugars and chemicals, and they have all of these different things upon them, They're essentially dead foods. They're not nourishing you. They're not vibrant. They're not filled with nutrients. They're not nutrient dense. They're not giving you energy. When you eat them and you feel tired, or you want to lay down, or you notice that after you have them you feel stressed, or you're on a sugar high, or you're anxious, right? And then you beat yourself up shortly thereafter. All of that stuff impacts you, and it has you do things that are of negative consequence. You end up in a space where all of a sudden then you're gossiping. You're talking bad about other people. You're snapping at your family. You're snapping at your husband. You're snapping at your friends. You're not in a positive mindset, right? And this will ensue. And then it will continue on with your day and the way that you do things. And every time you do something that doesn't feel good, it makes you feel bad about yourself. And the more that you feel bad, the more you turn to the very thing that will be your coping mechanism and your escape for feeling bad, that you learned a long time ago in your life as a way to help you cope and soothe with life. And now it's become your go-to, and that would be food. And the way for you to stop doing that is by following the path of things that feel good. And I'm not saying doing these things is always the easiest choice. But the way that they become easy is by being in a state of action. And the number one way to get into action is getting out of your head. And when you're there, just get up and move. Don't sit and journal. Don't sit and question it. Don't call a friend and talk more about it. Get up and move. Go do. Action will always surpass any negative feelings. Actions will always surpass any negative feelings. The act of doing towards a goal or a desire will always, always, without fail, impact you in a positive way. And those are the things that are going to propel you, and when added upon one another, become positive habits that lead to massive change. And those positive habits, when done consistently, will lead to your commitment to continue and to reach your goals. That's really all that you need. It doesn't, sorry, my thumb. My one arm is like, it's when you really need a selfie stick. My one arm is like pins and needles, and it's like numb. Okay, I'm gonna hold it up on my knee here. Okay, so when we're really looking at getting out of our heads and getting into action, these are the steps that you want to be taking. This is what you want to do for yourself, and that's what's going to give you the results. There is no magic pill. There is no diet. There is no weird apparatus that you can attach to yourself. There is nothing that's going to give you the overnight results that you want, because there's no such thing as overnight results. It's you consistent, committed, staying connected, and having compassion with yourself. The very 4 C's that I teach you that are going to give you the results that you want. But you have to do them, and you have to stay consistent, and you have to really be in the space of having faith in what's to come. But it's the pride, the daily pride in your actions and celebrating those each day, every day, that's going to give you the results that you want. And the thing is, guys, when you wake up each day and you feel really proud of yourself and you feel really positive, you want to do it again and again and again and again. It's when you stop and start. When you do it for one day and then you skip for 3 and then you do it for 1 day, yes, but we want to get to that point. I have my clients create a calendar and they put little smiley faces or heart stickers or stars, and they really have a goal of 7 days. 7 days of making yourself proud and doing that for 7 days, and then another 7 days and another 7 days until you've done it for 30 straight days. See, and yes, you've heard me say this. Of course, things happen and you get knocked down, but you get back up. But we want to get to that consistency. Your results will reflect your consistent actions. And if your actions aren't consistent, then your results will not be consistent. Does that fully make sense? So do you guys have any questions off of any? I've got to move arms for a second here. I'm moving over here. Okay. Do you guys have any questions off of what I'm saying? Does all of this make sense? Anybody? I love all your hearts and your smiley faces. Thanks, guys. So again, first and foremost, you're writing down your excuses and your limitations, and then you're putting one action step next to each one. Thank you, Valerie, girl. You're putting one action step next to each one. Okay? 2, stop overthinking. It's just that simple. It's actually the number one. The number 2 step here is you really just notice when you're overthinking something and you're wanting to talk yourself out of it, and just move into an action. Step 3, the path to feeling good never feels bad. Follow what feels good. Step 4, get a calendar and aim for 7 days consistently, and another 7 days, and another 7 days. Write down your 4 C's: consistency, commitment, compassion, connection. You have to be committed. You get committed through consistency. You have to have compassion for those days when you fall down, and really taking that concept of perfection out and just showing up and doing the best that you can that day, right? When you think long, you think wrong. And staying connected. Stay connected to your goal. Stay connected to your truth. Be positive. The only difference between where you are and where you want to be is action. And the only thing that's causing you any unhappiness is the fact that you're so focused on the gap between where you are and where you think you need to be. You're there, love. You've got it. You're exactly where you need to be. Keep taking action and trust in your desires. Trust in your desires and your dreams, and know that they are meant for you because they are yours. You've got this. You can do this, and you are doing it because you're here. Remember, exactly, Diana, overthinking is not overachieving. Exactly. The way to achieve your goals is through consistent positive actions. Remember my mantra, and one of the main things that I teach: clear intention plus inspired action will yield your desired results. Write it down. Clear intention plus inspired action will yield your desired results. Get clear, take action. The results will come. It's undeniable. All right, guys, I hope that this spoke to you. I love you so much. I will see you next week. And let me know if you guys have any questions in a post below. And please share with me what goals, what action steps are you taking today. Trudy Thompson, girl, having you here made my day. So I'm so happy that I could start your day in the best way with you here and with all of you. I love you guys. Now remember, below, you are going to write, what action step are you taking today? I don't just want you here listening to this. It's great that you listen, but what are you going to do? What action steps? I'm on your ass. I want to know. Share below and support one another in achieving those goals. That's why we're here. Let's do this. We're in this sisterhood together, and let's make them happen. I will be with you all next Thursday, so stay tuned and get excited and let me know, what are you needing support with? What do you need support with right now? Love you, Rebecca. It's so good to have you here from Australia, girl. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I'm heading back into the hospital, and I'll post a picture of me and my little nephew. Love you.